Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 18, Tell All Part 2. This was long. I'm going to have to try and hurry up because I do not want my phone to die on me. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we pick back up with Kimberly walking off the stage when she finds out that Uzman called Zara. Uzman is yelling, Kimberly, Kimberly, calm down, Kimberly. um, Kimberly just walks off the stage. So Uzman tells them that him and Zara don't talk. Sean tells Uzman that they are going to give Kimberly a minute. So Kimberly goes outside and her son follows her and he comforts her. Kimberly tells the camera that that to call Zara is like a slap in her face. So Jamal and Kimberly, they go back on set, and Kimberly tells Sean that she didn't know that Usman had called Zara. Jamal said it's mad disrespectful to his mother for him to have called Zara. And Jamal says he thinks that Usman still has feelings for Zara. Usman said he's not in a relationship with Zara. He said if he wanted a relationship with Zara, then he would be in a relationship with Zara. Usman told Kimberly that she can break up with him if she wants to, and it's fine. Usman tells Kimberly that he didn't have sex. It was only a phone call. So Jasmine, Ella, Mike, and Hamza, they give their opinions. And Kimberly said she saw a connection between Usman and Zara. She said, but she and Usman will talk about it later. So we say goodbye to Jamal, thank God. So Sean asks Ella, where is her relationship with Johnny? Ella said they are still together. She said she cheated because she needs to be touched. She don't need to be touched. She wants to be touched. She don't need to be touched. She want to be touched. You need to be touched. Nobody needs to be touched. So Memphis tells Ella to basically have sexy time on video with Johnny. Kimberly tells Ella that she has zero respect for her for cheating. Johnny said in his culture, they don't have open relationships. Everybody is telling Ella that if touch is so important to her, then she shouldn't be in a long-distance relationship. And that's true. Sean asked her how would she feel if Johnny cheated on her. Ella said she'd forgive him because people make mistakes. But nobody believed her. Nobody believed that she'd forgive him. And here comes messy Sean. Sean asks Ella, has she cheated on Johnny any other time? Ella says, no. Sean says, what about your birthday? Sean says, who were you with on your birthday? Ella said, a guy friend flew in and hung out with her. Ella said it's an Asian guy that she met on chat. She said nothing happened and the guy spent the night in the spare bedroom. Johnny said he did not know that. And Ella said she did tell Johnny. Ella said she asked Johnny for permission to allow the guy to stay at her place. That's just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Johnny said he is coming to the States in a month. So they took a break, and then Ella starts to cry. She starts her fake crying again. And Sean and one of the producers or somebody asked her if she was okay, and they asked her if she wanted to eat. And she said she lost her appetite. I think she ate before she came. She thinks she's slick. She didn't want to eat in front of anybody. She ate before she came. And I don't know why she's crying. Johnny should be the one crying. Ella's been the one having all the fun. She had people flying in. She having sex with friends. She's the one having all the fun. So Ella calls Johnny and apologizes to him with her fake cry. And of course, Johnny forgives her. Her braids are just not sitting right. I'm going to take them out. So when they come back from break, Sean brings up Gino, sending pictures of Jasmine to his ex. Gino said his ex was rubbing her new man in his face, so he wanted to rub Jasmine in her face, and he accidentally sent the nude pictures of Jasmine. Jasmine said he sent 3 different topless pictures of her to his ex, and Gino denies that. He said no, he didn't. So they take another break. And during the break, Ben had the nerve to tell Gino to get counseling. And Gino told Ben that what happened is in the past. And he's not going to take, what's his name? Ben's advice. Now Ben decides to go mess with Kimberly. Ben tells Kimberly that Usman has a type. He said Usman likes older women. But what happens when a young woman runs up in his DM? I don't know what Ben's problem is. Then Ben tells her what happened, put what happened behind her. And I don't know what Ben is talking about. I think Ben's drunk. I don't know what he's talking about. So after Ben leaves, then Kimberly says, don't judge me or my relationship. Judge yourself. She says this after he leaves. She doesn't tell him this. I think she's scared of Ben. She always says things behind his back. Say it to his damn face. So they're back from break, and they play the last scene with Ben and Mahogany. And Mahogany's laughing. And Ben said he felt like he lost a part of him during that scene. That's the scene where she drives off in the car. And he's left sitting out on the side of the street with his luggage. Hamza asks Ben why didn't Mahogany meet him at the airport. And everybody wants to know, why didn't she meet you at the airport? And Sean asks her, why didn't she text him and let him know that she wasn't coming to the airport? Mahogany said she texted him and called him, but he said he was coming to find her. Ben said it was 2 days before she responded to him when he got to Peru. Sean asked Mahogany if she told Ben that she was older than she actually was. Mahogany said yes. She said she told him she was 1 year older than she actually was. And Sean asked her, why? Why did you say 1 year older? And Mahogany said, you don't put all your information out online. And Ben said, she told me she was 2 years older. Sean asked him if he knew her real age, would he still have pursued a relationship? Ben talking about he don't know. Yes, you do. And yes, you would. You would have pursued a relationship with her, no matter how old she was. So they put Ben's friend up on the monitor, Jessica. And Sean made sure she tell us that Jessica is the friend that Gino tried to talk to. Gino was texting. And Jasmine with her ugly wig, she's not happy with that. Because Jessica is a pretty blonde lady. So Jessica starts out by asking Mahogany if she loves Ben. That's a stupid question. Mahogany gave this long speech, but the answer is, to Jessica's question is no, never, absolutely not. She does not love no Ben. But Jessica went in on Mahogany. Jessica asked Mahogany, why did she ask Ben for $1,000? And Sean asked Ben if he sent Mahogany $1,000. And apparently Sean hasn't been watching the show. She hasn't watched the entire show. Because that was the very first thing his friends asked him, was did he send her any money? And Ben told his friends that he gave Mahogany $1,000 loan. If Sean is going to review this show, if she's going to host this show, then she need to watch the entire show. Ben basically said that he thought he was in love with Mahogany. That's why he sent her the money, even though she never even video chatted with him. But Mahogany said that's a lie. She said, I didn't ask him to give me money. I asked him if I could borrow money. And then Ben says, yeah, she asked to borrow money. Mahogany says she wants to give the money back, but Ben keep telling her no. But Jessica goes in on Mahogany. Jessica said to Mahogany, why would you ask a man you have never met before online for a loan? She also said, you don't want to video chat with him because you're so shy, but you have racy pictures on Instagram and Facebook. Jasmine told Mahogany that she is young and beautiful and she can do whatever the hell she want to do. And the only reason Jasmine is saying that is because she doesn't like Jessica, because Gino was trying to flirt with Jessica. So my girl, Mahogany, she don't need anybody to defend her, though. She told Jessica that when she posted those pictures, she was 20 years old. She told Jessica, I'm sorry that you're old and embarrassing. That's what she tells Jessica. And Jessica said, why didn't you video chat with Ben? And Mahogany said she was 21 years old and Ben wanted a video date. Mahogany said she didn't want to date an old man. Ben said, if she didn't want a video chat with me, I'm cool with that. And that's why you do not get involved in people's relationship. Because Ben told Jessica, oh, she didn't even video chat with me. And now Jessica is trying to defend Ben. And Ben is like, oh, it's cool that she didn't video chat with me. So you do not get into other folks' relationship. Now Ben is acting like everything's fine, everything's cool, and Jessica is trying to defend him. That's why you leave people's business alone, Jessica. But come to find out, Ben went back to Peru. They showed us Ben's footage of the trip. Ben said he went back because he has questions that he need answered. Ben said they agreed to start over. Ben went to the very first place that they met and waited for her to show up. He waited for over an hour and she did not show up. Ben said he walked to the beach and he accidentally found her. Ben said it was awkward and she was cold towards him. He said he thinks Mahogany loves him, but she's not in love with him. And he had the nerve to tell Gino to get professional help. Ben, you better take your own advice. You need to get professional help. So the next day, Mahogany leaves Ben again. Ben said he needs to make a decision when his head is clear and he's not under her spell. He spent the day trying to get a hold of her, but got no response from her. I think he should have just went to the apartment, knock on the door, and see who answered the door. So he eventually found her on the beach again, and he said he told her he was ready. He told us that he was ready to end things. And he said he let her have it. He said he told her everything that was on his heart, and she said she loved him. And they were going to give it another shot. And Ben showed us videos and pictures of them together. They kissed, they're on the beach, they're walking around. And Ben predicted that 1 year from now, they will be husband and wife. And then Mahogany says, baby, I love you. And I am shocked. So Kimberly is pissed at Ben for getting involved in everybody's business. Kimberly tells Ben that Mahogany is running a game on him. Ben's friend Jessica agrees. And Jasmine calls Ben a pervert. Mahogany said Ben told her he was coming back to Peru without the cameras to show her his love. Now she finds out that he was filming her with his camera. She said she didn't know that. Jessica asked Mahogany what was she in it for, and Mahogany refuses to answer Jessica. Jessica said, "You call Ben a liar, so you tell me the truth. So, tell me the truth. You're calling him a liar, so now you tell me the truth." Mahogany told Jessica that Ben told her that she loves drama. Why did she say that? She said the wrong thing. Mahogany said, "Now I can see for myself that you do love drama." Jessica said, "I have no drama." Jessica said, "I am a married woman. I work 70 hours a week. Where is the drama?" Mahogany told Jessica that she needs to respect her husband and her family. And right then and there, you can tell that Ben told Mahogany some things about Jessica. Ben said, and Ben didn't want Mahogany to say anything else. So he goes, "This is drama." He butts in and says, "This is drama." And Jessica said, "Ben's bullshit is drama. I don't know. I don't have any drama." That's what Jessica is pissed. Then Jasmine and Jessica, they get into it. So Sean jumps in. And Sean jumps in. She asks Jessica about the text with Gino. And Jessica said Gino texted her first. But Gino said no, Jessica texted him first. Jasmine and Gino, they go at it again. And Mahogany jumps in and she starts arguing with Jessica. So then Sean calls Ben out for putting Mahogany and Jessica against each other. Jessica turns on Ben and calls him a fake. So Ben and Jessica, they go at it. And Jessica calls him a narcissist and delusional. So Sean asks Ben if him and Mahogany were back together, and he says yes. And Sean asks Mahogany if Ben and her are boyfriend and girlfriend. And Mahogany says he has to prove more to me. Don't know what that means. Kimberly told Mahogany to grow up. And I think Kimberly is just jealous. She's just because she's not young and beautiful and men aren't chasing her all over the world. So Ben defends Mahogany. Ben said it's okay if it takes her a while to start to trust him. And then Jessica is pissed. Jessica jumps on Mahogany's side and apologizes to Mahogany. Jessica said Ben always act like he's the victim and says how he's heartbroken, but now she sees that Ben is two-faced. Ben said to Jessica, "What's your issue? What's the problem? Why are you calling me two-faced?" "Ben, the issue is you told Mahogany bad things about Jessica, and then you told Jessica bad things about Mahogany. So Jessica is calling you a two-faced." So Jessica tells Ben that she has nothing to say to him, and then she calls him a fraud and a narcissist, and she says he's thirsty as all hell. She told him he is a liar and he's a shitty friend. And Ben is still saying, "What is the issue? I don't understand." Jessica told him that he has been shit-talking her. Ben said, "I only told her you were dramatic." Jessica said, "And so are you. And you're selfish." She said, "You only put yourself first." She said, "I used to feel sorry for you, but now," she has no sympathy for him. She said she has no sympathy for him at all, and he will no longer get her loyalty. And then Sean tells them that she is sorry that their friendship is fractured. And then she says goodbye to Jessica. So then Memphis, for some reason, she gets up and she leaves. She claims she has a headache. So Sean put them on a break. So while they're on a break, Gino, Ben, and Kimberly are talking shit about Ximena. Then Kimberly she says what I've been saying all along. Ever since we met Mahogany. Kimberly says Mahogany is smarter than we think she is. And me, I've been saying that Mahogany is a master manipulator from the very beginning. Anyway, Mike says he is worried about what's going to happen when Ximena sees that Nelsie is here. And everybody tries to give Mike advice, even Ella. Ella wants Ximena to get over Mike's disgusting habits and just deal with it. Kimberly tells Mike to call her and she'll hook him up with somebody. Why can't Kimberly hook herself up with somebody? She wants to hook Mike up with somebody. She needs to hook herself up with somebody. Mike says to the camera that he definitely has to defend Ximena today. So they go back on set, and Hemphis changed clothes. And she tells everybody that she's leaving. She got her coat on, and she tells everybody that she's leaving. But Hemza stays. And I think Memphis left because she can't handle the heat. Memphis didn't realize what she was coming to. She didn't know she was coming to a lynching today. Memphis tucked her tail and ran up out of there. The producers must have told her, one of you have to stay. Either you or Hemza have to stay or you won't get paid. It was funny how she quickly ran up out of there. She ran up out of there. So they played a clip of Memphis telling Hemza that she's pregnant. Sean told Hemza congrats on the new baby. He said he did not get to be there for the birth of the baby because due to COVID, his paperwork got delayed. He said the baby was 5 weeks old when he got to the States. Sean asked him, how does it feel to be a father? Hemza said he doesn't feel, he doesn't believe that he's a father, but he's happy. So next, they show a clip of Mike and Ximena. And it's the clip of when Ximena breaks up with Mike. Sean asks Mike, how did he feel about the way Ximena broke up with him? Mike said he felt bad, but he also said bad things that he wished he never said. Mike said they were back together now. And then Sean asks Ximena if Mike is her boyfriend. And Ximena says, yes, they are talking. And she said she hoped he'll change his bad habits. She said she also wants him to tell her what she needs to do to change as well. And then Ximena has a hell of a nerve. Ximena said Ximena has been bitchy towards Mike and she doesn't love him. Ximena said, I am not in love with Mike and he knows that. Ximena said during his first trip, she thought she was in love with Mike, but the second trip, her feelings changed. Jasmine said to Ximena, why do you think the relationship will work if you don't love him? And Ximena said, Mike said he is going to change some things and then we'll see what happens. So Jasmine is being an evil witch. She tells Mike that Ximena is not in love with her. She said, she just told me that she's not in love with you. And then Mike is acting hurt. And then Ximena says to Mike, please don't act like that. You already know that I love you. I'm not in love with you. So Kimberly asked Ximena, what do she need time for? Because she said she had needed time. She said, what do you need time for? He's paying your bills and he's a good man. And if I were Ximena, I would do a Memphis on them. I would just leave. Because a lynch mob is coming for her. Ximena said Mike is rough and rude. And Jasmine told Ximena that she is rude to Mike too. And somebody needs to put tape over Jasmine's mouth or get her out of there. I'm tired of her and her horrible wig. As for Kimberly, She needs to shut up. She's just jealous. She's jealous of these pretty young girls who have men chasing them all over the world. Because Ben went to Peru to see Mahogany twice, and Mike went to Colombia to see Ximena twice. And Kimberly had to go to Nigeria to beg Usman to have sex with her. She's just jealous. I bet you even when she was their age, no man chased her. Ximena says, yes, I'm rude and so what? And Ella had the nerve to chime in with her cheating, fake crying self. If I were Ximena, I would cuss them all out. Hamza said, there is no future for this relationship. He chimes in. And then Usman chimes in. Usman tells Mike to get out now. So Sean brings in John and Nelsie. Those are Mike's friends. Hamza said, Ximena says, I hate her. And she says it in Spanish. But Jasmine translated for everybody on the stage. Jasmine is the evil, wicked witch. I guess that's why she wore that ugly wig. Sean asks Nelsie, how does she see Mike and Ximena's relationship? Nelsie said, Ximena is with Mike for money. His friend John tells him, if something happens to him, he can't work, Ximena is going to dump him. And Jasmine wants to know if Mike is still helping Ximena. And Jasmine got a hell of a nerve. Gino is paying her rent and all her bills, and she claims she has 3 jobs. And she has the nerve to be questioning what Mike is spending on Ximena. But Mike says he's paying for food and rent. And I don't know how everybody is hating on Ximena, and Mike is acting like the one that's being taken advantage of. When Ximena has been nothing but honest with Mike. He is the one choosing her. I'm sorry, he's not choosing her. He's the one chasing her. And even Gino is chiming in. And I wonder if the producer tells them to chime in and they'll get extra money. Sean tells Ximena that everybody thinks she's in the relationship for money. And Ximena says, no, it's not about money. She said, he helps me a lot, and I thank him. So Usman told Mike that he needs to run. And both Jasmine and Kimberly wants to hook Mike up with women. And Mike, he seems to like that. He just grins from ear to ear. Nelsie says hello to Ximena, and Ximena ignores her. And then Nelsie says Ximena doesn't like her. Ximena hates her. So John asks Ximena if she is why is she with Mike? And Ximena said she is with Mike because he helps her. Mike is the one that told her to quit her job and he would take care of her. She wasn't in love with him then, so what's the difference now? You know what? Ximena needs Mahogany to teach her how to flip it around on everybody. She needs Mahogany's helping how to, get people to get off of her back. And then Mike wants to act like he's the victim. He says to Ximena, if something happens to me, would you leave me? And Ximena says, no, she wouldn't leave him. But don't you get some type of pension if you get hurt? Of course you're not going to leave. You're still getting money. So I'm sick of everybody. Mike is a grown man. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do with his money. He decides he wants to spend his money on Ximena, then let him spend his money on Ximena. Nelsie told Ximena that she is going to bleed Mike dry and take all his money. And Ximena said, and? Yeah, so? And I think Nelsie is doing too much. It's time for her and her pink dress and her red lips and her orphan nanny hairdo to go. So Usman wants to know if Mike is under a voodoo spell. And I think John wants Ximena for himself. John says her vagina has voodoo. Why is he talking about Ximena's vagina? He has his wife sitting right there beside him. Talk about your wife's vagina. How dare you? That was low. So Nelsie tells Mike that she is not even trying to learn English, and he is busting his butt trying to learn Spanish. She shouldn't have to learn English if she don't want to learn English. Leave the damn girl alone. Why should she learn English? She's not coming to the States. And I think she knows more English than we think. Ximena has been nothing but honest with this disgusting racist. Guzman wants to come. Guzman says he wants to come to the state. Well, Guzman wants to come to the States so badly. He says, if I were in the States, I would help Mike. You would help him do what? What would you help him do, Guzman? He's a grown man. He can spend his money the way he wants to spend his money. So Nelsie calls Ximena a gold digger. And Mike finally tells her to stop. And Ximena says bye, and she gets up and she walks out. And I don't blame her. She sat there for too long and allowed them to bash her. These are a bunch of deadbeat bastards beating up on her. I wouldn't have sat there and taken it. Mike sat there and allowed it to happen. When he's the one that told her to quit her job and he would take care of her, he sits there and allow everybody to bash her. So Ximena leaves, and Mike is saying, tell her to come back, please. And Mike does not love Ximena. There's no way you love her and you allow everybody to treat her that badly. And while he sits there and plays the victim. And then John says Mike is going to call Ximena and apologize to her. He better apologize to her. He needs to apologize to her and buy her a gift. Mike told John and Nelsie that they ruined his second chance with Ximena. No, Mike, they didn't ruin your second chance with Ximena. You did. You allowed them to go in on her and not defend her. Mike, you are an idiot. Sean told Mike that nobody thinks that this is the best relationship for him. She asked him how is he feeling. He said he feels like shit, and you should feel like shit. The way you allowed him to treat Ximena. So Ximena comes back, and Nelsie said, the queen is back, and I think she's a bit too passionate about Mike and what he's doing with his money. She needs to calm the hell down. And Ximena tells Mike, I'm not going to sit here and let them say whatever they want to say. And Ximena should have said that from the jump. She should have said that from the jump. She shouldn't allow them to do that to her. And Nelsie starts on Ximena again. She starts in on her again. And Ximena gets up and leaves again. And Sean has lost control. Like she even ever had control. And Mike yells at Nelsie to shut up, finally. And Nelsie told him, don't tell me to shut up. And he said, well, get the F out then. So she leaves. Thank God. Good riddance. She thinks it's the Nelsie show. So Ximena comes back and Mike tells her he is a man, really. And he says he can make his own decision and he wants to work on their relationship. John asks Ximena if she would want a woman to treat her sons the way she treats Mike. And she said no. So finally, Kimberly comes to her senses. And Kimberly said, Mike has to learn on his own. He has to learn, about a relationship on his own and deal with it on his own. And Sean asks Mike what changes does he want Ximena to make. And the fool says, I want her to learn English. So Ximena is crying. She said she tried to learn English, but it's hard. Mike told her he would help her. Hamza, he chimes in again. He tells Mike that he's under her spell and the relationship is not going to work. But Hamza, you better leave Mike alone and you better concentrate on your own relationship because your wife just faked sick and ran out of there and left you to the wolves. So Johnny chimes in. Johnny says, tells Ximena to try to love Mike back. Ximena says she will try to love Mike. Ximena says bye and she leaves. Sean asks Mike how he felt, and Mike says he feels better. So everybody's giving Mike encouraging words. And Nelsie walks back on the stage. Sean asks her what would she like to say to Mike. And she tells Mike to wake up and go to the Dominican and find a woman, find a girl there. Nelsie wants she'd rather a Dominican woman gets Mike's money instead of a Colombian woman. And Mike loves that idea. He's just grinning from ear to ear. So Sean tells John and Nelsie goodbye. Thank God, good riddance. I don't want to see them ever again. And the show is over with. Everybody leaves the set. And, they're all talking to the camera. Ben said that the men on this season are all weak. He's right. He said he thinks the tell-all ruined his relationship with Mahogany. He doesn't give a shit about the relationship, it ruining his relationship with Jessica. All he cares about, it ruined his relationship with Mahogany. Hamza said he has a lot of responsibilities and he wants his mama. Gino thinks that the tell-all hurt his relationship by rehashing everything that happened. He is wondering if Jasmine still wants to come to the States. Of course, Jasmine still wants to come to the States. Jasmine wants to come to the States to make your life miserable, Gino. Ella said it was rough. She said she told the truth. And she said she still have her man. She said she and Johnny are the most stable relationship out of everybody. Of course, y'all are the most stable relationship. Y'all haven't been together face to face yet. She said they are going to get married and have kids in 3 years. Mike said him and Ximena were attacked. No, Mike, you weren't attacked. Ximena was attacked. He sat there and played the victim. And Ximena got attacked by everybody. So he calls Ximena. Ximena tells him that she's angry. She said, why did you invite that bitch Nelsie there? Why did you invite Nelsie to come? And Ximena tells him that she's going to work hard on their relationship and they're going to get married and they're going to prove everyone wrong. Ximena, please dump Mike. He's not good enough for you. That's the end. This is the end of my review. I will be back next week with another review because a new season starts. I won't be back next week because I'm going to Canada. My sister and I are going to Canada, so I won't be back next week to do a review. I'll be back the following week. Thank you for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.